Barnes loves many.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees out of any team in the league are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. And it's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. And today we have the Barnes, Michael, Tony, Renee show. Michael on the other side of the glass. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. Just excited to talk sports with you, bud.
I feel like you're excited for a Nick run.
You know, it's funny you say that. I just can see a first round exit.
But tell me though that you don't feel more confident than you did 2 years ago. You gotta. Come on, bud.
I don't know. I was feeling more confident then. I was a more optimistic Nick fan back then.
I just feel like there's it's Jalen too. I mean, he's an X factor. No, he's not.
He is. I love him, but yeah. I think he's a little banged up.
Yeah.
Hey fellas, Buffer says Mike is here. Maybe some Rudy Gobert talk. Definitely Rudy Gobert talk.
Oh yeah. We will talk a lot of NBA.
That means Tony doesn't talk NBA.
Lakers playing for that.
Did you see the thumbnail?
I feel like I saw it quickly.
Yeah, I feel like you would have known it because Tony did something specific for you.
Oh my! See, these are those fine details sometimes that I guess I'm asleep at the wheel. I don't know. Let me just see here though. Wow.
So he put the picture on the thumbnail that beat the Yankees.
Oh yeah, but he does slight stuff like that all the time. I'm used to it at this point.
You know what, dude? I'm over here on the microphone. I'm very bipartisan when it comes to that. Okay, if the Mets had lost, you put like a nice unhappy Max Scherzer or something like that, but they didn't. So
yeah. But no, there's a lot to talk about, and fellas, and Renee too. How riled is everybody for the weather? Yesterday, today,
finally, even though you know who hates it.
Oh no, Tony likes a cool day, right? 70 with a breeze.
70 degrees, all for that. You know, I got the shorts on today, dude.
Got the flops.
Yeah, but
the Birks,
is it just me though? Those Birks or those type of shoes, I just can't wear those because I'll just sweat right through them in the summer.
Really? Sometimes I'll sweat.
No,
You're not a big sweater?
I've never had the Birks. I'm a Croc guy.
But how are you with just like, I don't know,
Croc
leather?
I've never.
No
it's
socks.
I haven't worn those since elementary school.
Suede.
My mom used to have me wear those. Now I get to pick mine. I wear Crocs.
It really is a tough spot.
Very comfortable, but orthopedic.
But speaking of the weather, I feel like we really got to schedule our golf outing.
Matthew said, "Have a weather."
Didn't we say last week?
Tony, you got
to do it by
Birks
the end
on,
of the
huh?
month.
Yeah. What?
I'm trying to golf at least every. I'm talking go to the range, including.
Yeah.
Brad doesn't like the range.
Well, that's. I'm talking about me.
Yeah, you're in between.
I'm not going to go.
You're going to be going to the range.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I want to go probably. I'd say at least once a week for the summer.
Wow, like I dialed in, pumped up.
I just want to play some golf, man.
Yeah, I say let's just. We don't need to pinpoint it, but let's just go.
It's different for me this year.
No, which is sick, honestly, because I see it. We got that. We got Tony watching the Masters all weekend. I mean,
I know
Matt's pumped up.
Golf every other Sunday. Matt said.
Think about
in the summer
difference.
And during the week, randomly. Love that, Matthew. Just spewing.
But think about the difference with everybody. I've been trying for years, and I feel like the time is finally here. No.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, dude. I'm pretty pumped. I hope, honestly, Michael, I'll hold him to his. I guess I don't know whatever he's trying to do with the golf. So let's do it.
But first, as he
Part
golfs
3?
every day, listen, I would love for you to come to golf with us. That'd be fun. We'll vlog it.
Yeah, that would be great.
That'd be cool.
And just thinking about it, I mean, today is April 11th, so maybe that last week of the month, if we could figure it out, basically in 2 weeks.
It's a special person's birthday today.
Whose birthday is it?
My friend Jay.
Jay.
What?
Happy birthday, Jay.
Whoa,
I
fuck.
just did. Yeah, my friend Jay. You didn't know?
That's not your friend.
And
That's
you
my
know what
friend.
I'm curious
he's my
about?
friend.
Matthew,
He's my new friend. We text each other.
Matthew, I forget
Me and
about
Jay message each other. We message each other funny stuff.
You and AJ messaged each other, you said?
Jay. Sorry, go ahead, Barnes.
I was just going to say, Matthew, I
That's why
forgot if
Tony
I
get
mentioned
jealous.
this to you, and I don't know if I mentioned it to you and Mike, but I feel like I've asked everybody about this. But given Matthew's, expertise, with just training and injuries and stuff, if there's anything you could offer up, sport, a little finger tendonitis, for whatever reason, left pointer finger, the golf always comes in flames. So if there's any exercises, program sport,
Matthew's gonna say, "Oh, I've got you, bro."
we already know that.
Yeah.
We already know that.
He helped me with my lower back, so
But yeah, it's weird. Like it's still inflamed when I'm not golfing, even take a couple days off. And then like during, it's like, it really kind of blows up. Like I can get through it, but it's just annoying, obviously.
yeah. No, I hate when it blows up.
You've actually had that or no? Like a
No.
swollen finger?
No, I've dislocated my finger and had to pop it back in type of stuff, and it's just been sore from there for a little bit. But other than that, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But the lower back has been the most like comparable for me for you.
Okay. From golf or no?
No, just from
just in lifting.
I saw a TikTok that said every college athlete after 25, and it's this chick, and she goes,
Oh yeah.
and it's her lower back, and I totally get that. And now, but I've actually, honestly, it's crazy. Something's happened this past couple of days where I'm feeling very good.
better than ever. Are you stretching more?
I just think, like Matt said, I asked Matt, like, dude, what's going on? My hip, da 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 da.
Yeah.
And he's just like, dude, you have to just keep doing it.
Right.
Like, you just have to keep going,
Work
and
through it.
eventually it's gonna be strong. Tony's trying to comment. Tony, you're not in the show today.
No, I'm Michael for the day. Like I get to just like goof off.
Okay,
and
that's
not
right.
worry about it.
Okay, fine. Fair enough.
I can't wait to see this during the Mets
Michael.
segment.
Yeah, there's not going to be a Mets segment.
I'll make my own.
And
sports
speaking
board
of the
later.
Mets,
Yeah.
let's go to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it, Yep. And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right.
Judge on another
All
historic
right.
start.
Unfortunately, nothing last night for Judge. And the Yankees did fall to the Cleveland Guardians 3-2. A tough, close
They're
game.
missing a lot of people, Tony. Back off.
And once again, Domingo
You don't know anything
Germán
about baseball.
doesn't seem like he's ready to be, or just should have the opportunity to be a regular member of the Yankee rotation. He only gives them 3 innings. He throws 87 pitches over 3 innings, which is just as inefficient as you can get. 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 5 walks with no strikeouts, left the bases loaded. And fortunately for him, Colton Brewer cleaned up his mess, inducing a double play and got out of that inning. But unfortunately for the Yankees, Hamilton did give up the lead on a sac fly after a Stephen Kwan steal in the 7th inning, the bottom of the 7th inning. A Josh Naylor sac fly ran him in, and unfortunately the Yankees had a late opportunity to rally, and this was just tough. You think about situational hitting, taking advantage of what's giving to you, and Gleyber Torres hits a sinking line drive to center field. Miles Straw goes
Gleyber,
all out,
buddy.
dives, ball goes behind him. Gleyber's actually able to get in there with a triple. So you have Gleyber on third base, and there's nobody out. And you have Judge, Rizzo, and Stanton coming up, and they go check swing, strikeout, strikeout. So that was so tough. And I was golfing, and I had just gotten back, so I saw the last 4 innings or so. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, Gleyber's on third. There's nobody out. We have our best hitters coming up. There's no way
that we're going to let this opportunity slip by. And the tough part too, you go from Shane Bieber, who obviously we know this type of stuff he has. And of course, Stanton had that 2-run double early on, actually in the first inning. But they weren't able to claw anything then. And then they go to James Karinchak, who throws hard, has a true 12-6 curveball, and that's how he got judged on that check swing. So that was just an easy bloop out. Rizzo, again, the curveball. I mean, the bottom falls out of it. I mean, he swings at it in the dirt with 2 strikes, so he strikes out. Stanton seemed like he was on the fastball, but then Karinchak raises the level of his fastball out of the strike zone. He chases, and next thing you know, he strikes out. And then, you go to the 9th inning, and Emmanuel Clase retires the Yankees in order to pick up the win for the Guardians, 3-2. So, obviously we know that, it's such a long season, but being a diehard baseball fan, we all hate losing. So it just kind of, gives you a bad taste in your mouth. There's no 2 ways about it, especially because you really had that opportunity there with your best hitters up, with Glaber on third, and quoting John Sterling, all you need is a fly ball. Like, that's what he always says on the radio broadcast. And he's right. That's all you needed. You couldn't get it. And I think, when you have tough losses like this early on in the season, the whole key is just learning from it, and realizing, okay, let's look back at the tape. What did we do? Why did we expand the strike zone? Because clearly Rizzo and Stanton did that to strike out. Judge, I mean, you give him a pass there. I mean, it's a nasty curveball. And he just, got caught up in it. And James Karinchak, one of the better setup men in the major leagues. So, it was tough, but obviously, you have to move on to today. And if you look at the Yankees, every time they've lost a game this season, they've been able to rebound the next game with a win. And that's what they will look to do tonight. And it's a weird start time. I don't know what it's, what the deal is, but 6:10, which Cleveland, I think, is actually at the end of the Eastern time zone, if I'm not mistaken. So that is 6:10 local time. I don't know why they start their night games then, but that being said, you got Hunter Gaddis, the 25-year-old right-hander, pitching for the Guardians tonight. Limited action. He's had 2 starts, no record, 3.72, 8 strikeouts in 9 2/3 innings. So not a ton of experience. Only had 2 starts last year where he got shellacked. And the Yankees, fortunately for them, have their ace going in Garrett Cole. So you looked at the pitching matchup last night. Shane Bieber, clearly the superior talent to Domingo Germán. And then obviously today, same thing, but the Yankees have the advantage this time out with Garrett Cole opposed by Hunter Gaddis. And Cole, in his 2 starts this year, 12 1/3 innings, only 6 hits, 19 strikeouts, and 5 walks. So, that's better than the 3-to-1 strikeout to base on ball ratio. So you feel really good about him. He's seemed extra jacked up, this season, and really looking to kind of silence those naysayers, who kind of doubted him for, his past playoff struggles. And obviously, he did answer the bell last year, but the amount of home runs he gave up, hasn't allowed any yet this year. So I think it's a good opportunity. We know Cleveland, they're a fundamentally sound baseball team, but they don't have a ton of offense. Obviously, you think about Jose Ramirez, but other than that, no one really scares you too much in that lineup. And I'm just curious, Tony, what your thoughts are. I mean, obviously, a tough loss last night, but is it as simple as you got your ace going, get behind him, you'll be fine, don't even worry about it?
Yeah, I think so. I also think a lot of it, you mentioned the opportunities the Yankees had to score and kind of, take control of the game and just weren't able to. I think that's an issue a lot of teams have. It's an issue the Yankees had too, scoring with runners in scoring position. So, I mean, you just got to have, you had your big bats up. I don't know. I mean, you saw it. I mean, I don't know if it was a mental thing or just they weren't on top of it.
Well,
or
you know
what.
Karen Chank though, right?
Yeah, no, of course. So
he's
got,
nasty. He could be a closer easily.
But still, you'd expect, a lineup like the Yankees to get something going. In a tight game like that, it really could have went, either way. Obviously, it ended up going the Guardians' way. But I think, like you were saying, you have your ace starting tonight. Shake that off. I don't want to see any nervous batters in the batter's box tonight. I don't want to see people just hacking for home runs tonight, trying to prove something. Just, did exactly what we did last night. Get runners into scoring position and then just try to get your runners on base home.
Yeah. And, and I know it's early on, so adjustments need to be made. But I think one thing, and of course, they had some walk-off homers and whatnot. But when you talk about the real, upper echelon relievers in the major leagues, I think, especially when you're thinking playoffs, the Yankees have struggled in those situations. And I think, Clase and Karinchak, qualify as some of the better relievers in the game. So it's like that's something where the approach has to change. You have to shorten up on the bat. And Anthony Rizzo actually did on his strikeout. He did shorten up on the bat, but I mean the bottom fell out of it. So obviously a big thing, pitch recognition. So just something to keep in mind. You just have to change your strategy. Your at bat in the ninth inning is different than your at bat in the first inning or the fourth inning. And then also, we talk about situations, runners in scoring position last night, 2 for 10. And how about this? Cleveland was 1 of 13. So neither team did a good job. And that's why, this was a low scoring, close game. But so, definitely stings a little bit, but with, Cole, having another, dominant performance, you put up 5 or 6 runs. I mean, I think you really should, cruise to this one. And, Stanton did have that double in the first inning. I think despite, just 1 for 4 and striking out his last at bat, he's shown that he's locked in. Glaber's locked in. Judge is clearly locked in. So, I mean, Rizzo, is not on fire, but has done solid. So you think about the top 4 of your lineup being that locked in. Then you throw in DJ LeMahieu, who's been up and down to start this season, but appears to be healthy. Volpe hasn't even started hitting yet. So I think, the runs are going to come here in bunches, and the Yankees will be just fine. But obviously you can't wait to get to tonight, and you really want to make, the Cleveland work early, with Gatis. Make him, throw 25 pitches in the first, and stressful pitches too, because there's a difference between 25 pitches and 25 pitches that come where you got runners on, you got full counts. So I think, that's a good strategy. And I think the rest should take care of itself, but obviously we'll have to wait and see. But I definitely am excited to see Garrett Cole out there tonight and to see how the Yankees can respond. And speaking of responding, I think the Mets, Tony, did just that last night, coming off that disappointing loss on Sunday to the Marlins. They were able to shut out the San Diego Padres, huh?
Oh, yeah, dude. And I would say, like you said, shut out, pretty dominant fashion here as a comeback here for Max Scherzer. Someone who didn't really look great his first few starts of the season. Not lasting, I think, more than 5 innings and giving up, I think it was like 5 runs in his second start. And of course, kind of the narrative going into this game where, the last time the Padres were in Citi Field, they had won the wild card. Scherzer had pitched the first game of the wild card series, giving up, I think, 4 home runs
absolutely hammered.
He got absolutely popped against the Padres. And, it's funny because, you'll get Scherzer that first inning. I think he walked the leadoff runner, ended up striking out Machado, but then walked Soto, I think. And looked like he was kind of getting into some trouble with his control, 2 walks early, men on base. And thankfully, I forget who it was. But anyway, it might have been, maybe it was, no, Grisham was it was Bogarts. Bogarts hit a pretty hard ball up the middle of the field. And, Lindor, Guillorme were able to turn two to kind of end the inning there and get Scherzer out of what looked like could have been a rough start again for him. So, some good defense behind Scherzer really helped him out, I think, which is great. It was MO of the Mets last season, too. You love, you're paying a lot of money for that middle infield. So to see some production out of them is great. Whoa. You got a phone call in?
The sports port. Hello, you're on the sports port. Hold on, sorry, I got to connect you. My bad. I suck. All right, you're here.
What's going on?
It's the birthday boy.
Hey, happy birthday, Jay.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
It feels good.
I have to ask, how are you choosing to celebrate the occasion today?
I'm choosing it. I'm watching the sports for it, That's how
Any
no,
plans?
Barnes, I gotta work today. I'm gonna play some rugby, maybe drink a beer after practice. We'll see.
Wow.
What about this weekend?
Nothing crazy. Oh, dude, I want to do karaoke Saturday night.
Yo, count me in. You know I'm a great karaoke partner.
Bro, I love singing. Maybe we'll sing. We'll sing like some
Dua Lipa?
Yo, no.
Dua Lipa,
Let's
Friends
sing-
in Low Places.
You know what we should do as a group is sing the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme song.
Yes, dude. Yes.
People will be so confused.
Oh my God.
Yes, bro. Taylor Swift prefers a Taylor Swift fan?
Wow.
Damn.
I see
He's
that.
so hip like
Dude,
you,
she's
Jay.
in the news, dude. Big split with her and that dude.
Yeah.
What else is new, right?
Jay,
Yeah.
Jay, are you team what's her name? Selena Gomez or team Hailey Bieber?
Oh, no, I'm Team Selena.
Ah, me too. Let's go, hipster.
Yeah, dude.
Barnes
way
is so
way
tight.
bigger fan of like.
Well, I mean, listen. I mean,
It's his birthday, Barnes. We could talk about whatever
Yeah,
we
dude.
want.
Yeah.
I gave Jay a nice birthday present this morning, actually.
What was
Yeah,
it?
dude.
In bed?
A nice striptease.
Jay, you getting
Happy.
Jay, you getting
What's
riled
up?
to get out on the course?
Hell yeah, Barnes. I'm stretching out. I'm gonna maybe I go hit the links today. That's what I
Dude,
want.
let's go to the range.
You should. You
Yeah,
should.
dude, hit the driving range.
You want to hit the driving range?
Yeah, I might just blow off practice. Say screw Tony.
Yeah, what else is new?
No, Tony's gonna join. Just don't tell Reese.
Oh man, that'd be brutal.
Oh, dude, we got. That's true. That's true.
Well, you could just say,
We'll be
dude,
keeping a lot of secrets,
you
please.
have the perfect excuse. You could just say, Reese, dude, you can't get me mad at me. It's my birthday.
It's my
No, well,
birthday.
Jay's playing hooky this weekend for the tournament, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, where is the
yeah,
tournament?
That's my
Springfield,
birthday
Mass.
present.
Springfield. Okay.
And I don't know why Jay didn't want to just come and we go to the casino afterwards. And
Well,
Crickets.
Tony, I'm not a huge gambler.
I mean, you don't have to gamble if you're there, dude.
Well, then why are you going?
There's other stuff to do there.
It's
Oh,
not.
I'm gonna be playing rugby.
Oh, that's way better.
Yeah, he's playing for New Haven this weekend.
Yeah, it's way
Instead,
better than
know?
watching.
And you
dudes
guys
play.
are coming up on the stretch run of rugby, right? About a month left or so, or
End of April is
Dude.
April's
Oh.
are yeah.
End
oh,
of
so a
April.
couple weeks.
So what are we
Yeah,
thinking?
dude.
Are we coming out with
Yeah.
a win this weekend, boys?
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
mean it's a big tournament. We're
Yeah,
gonna
but
play.
big loss, Jay. Not on the sidelines. No?
It's all right.
Jay's the enforcer. That's what the kids call him.
yeah, dude.
No, they're really afraid of Reese. They're more afraid of Reese
Yeah,
than
'cause
they
he
are
just
of me and Tony.
Chain smokes the whole time on the sideline, probably, and doesn't say anything.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he judges silently.
Yeah,
Ah,
exactly.
dude.
He just stares into your soul.
Got that hard hitting Watertown mentality,
Yeah. Watch out for those Watertown people.
Yeah.
Are
dude.
are you guys like the favorites for the tournament, or what? What's the deal?
No. Jay, what would you say?
No,
where
not
are we
Barnes.
seated, you think, Jay?
Probably
We're
mid-
the underdog, Barnes.
Yeah.
So is it a plus 150, a plus 310? What are we
Oh,
talking?
Barnes. We're talking about like plus 1,000.
Throw
Yeah,
a
yeah.
couple
Oh,
of shekels
dude.
up there. Might be a nice payday.
The perceived value is there.
But first says, let's go to the casino and place a bet on the rugby team to win! Exclamation
There we
point.
go. There we go.
I don't think they have those odds.
No,
But
that's for the
I would love
super
to.
degenerates, like the dollar blackjack table people.
Oh my gosh.
what are we talking about today, boys?
We're just going over the Mets
MLB?
victory last night, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we just followed the Yankees loss.
But typically someone interrupts me talking about the Mets, and now we're totally off track.
It's all right. We
yeah,
talked
that's,
enough.
that's how it happens. That's how it happens.
You were wrapping up about the Mets.
No, I really wasn't. I was just getting into it, dude.
Really? What did you think, Barnes?
I thought you were basically done, right?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
I mean, I don't even think I got to anything of the Mets scoring their 5 runs. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, their first 5-run game of the season. How many times have the Yankees done that?
No, it's not.
Almost every game, probably.
Stop it, dude.
Anyway, anything else for baseball, guys?
Jay, are you serious?
No, are we going to talk about it?
No, we
I-
are. I just didn't know Jay was hanging around.
Yeah, I thought you were still talking.
Yeah.
I thought you still want to talk to Jay about something.
Yeah,
I
of
thought-
course. Whatever Jay wants to talk about.
No, I'm all set, guys. I just want to enjoy the show.
Yeah,
tune in for
dude.
the
Yeah, you
sport.
sit back and relax. Put your feet up, bud.
Yeah, rub them.
They already are up, Tony. They
I
already
bet
are.
they are. But there's some other things.
There you
that are up
go.
in there.
There you go. But
do you
yeah,
mean?
no, happy birthday again, man. And definitely hope you enjoy your day. And
Yeah, see you at
we'll all
practice.
see you soon.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
thanks,
man.
Barnes.
Karaoke
Thanks,
Saturday.
Thanks for sport. Love you guys.
Yeah, love you too.
Love you,
dude.
man.
Oh, I hung up
Oh,
on him.
you-
No, usually you do have a quick trigger.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. So Tony,
Renee's tight.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I know, I'm just joking.
Dude, super great game from the Mets last night. You had some tremendous at bats. You're going up to someone like Hugh Darvish, someone who's pretty highly touted on San Diego. Certainly, in my opinion, their best starters. Their better starter, their best starter, if you ask me. And again, that lineup that Scherzer was going through was pretty tough. But after that first inning, just absolutely locked it down. Again, trusted his slider, was able to go to it when he needed it. And yeah, I mean, got 5 innings. Again, that first inning I think took a lot out of him. But nonetheless, I would say a great outing from him. His best all season. No earned runs, just 3 walks. And again, 2 of those coming in the first inning, 6 Ks, through 97 pitches. So I think we're treading in the right direction. And then in terms of the scoring, I mean, it was almost business as usual with, Mets batters getting on base and then, having clutch hits, great at bats to bring your runners in scoring position, home. The scoring started off relatively early. If you look at it, I believe it was the 3rd inning. McNeil had a nice 2 RBI double, which actually ended up him going to 3rd on a throwing error. But Lindor and Nimmo scored. Having those 2 guys kind of in the top half of the lineup has been great so far. Lindor's been batting really well. We know Nimmo has been too. Nimmo's been drawing a lot of walks too. We talked about that against Miami. But Lindor last night went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Nimmo went 1 for 4. Came around the bags twice. He scored. He didn't strike out at all. Then I mentioned, McNeil with that nice RBI double coming in pretty clutch. Alonso a little quiet last night, but Mark kind of had a great hit. I think he had a stand-up double and, ended up coming around the bags and was scored later in the game. Guillorme had a big hit. It's actually pretty funny. They want to say it was the 7th inning. Guillorme had this great bunt right down the third base line. I don't know if you saw this.
No.
But literally, he bunts down the third base line, and it is literally on the line. And Darvish goes for it. And he's like, all right, this is going to go out. And it just kind of curved back in to play and just kind of curved back, never went out, just trickled there. Machado and Darvish are just looking at it like, what the hell are you going to do? Guillorme reaches. And then a batsman later, same thing happens with Nito. It was like a bloop little, it was going to be
small ball.
going to be a ground out, but it was just teetering on this line. Darvish did the same thing, just walking towards it, expecting it to go out. Didn't go out. The Mets having some comical plays there. I will say there was some mistakes on defense, honestly, by Nito behind the plate. He tried, I think, picking off Bogarts at first. He was taking just a really big lead. And Nito, took a pitch and just fired a ball and just sailed it over the head of Alonso.
And I feel like too, when you're trying to pick somebody off at first from the catching position, unless you are confident you got him. I mean, really, It's not worth the throw a lot.
I mean, he probably would have gotten him.
Yeah, with a good throw. But is he known to be a good
thrower of
decent.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't do it often, but a man in his position, and it's just funny, with the play you saw behind the plate with Nito and then Alvarez yesterday. It's almost like you missed James McCann.
right
Because McCann was
right.
known for just like absolutely locking down the bases and being a great defensive catcher, which is actually kind of ironic, I guess you could say. But nonetheless, obviously the Mets prevail. Bullpen did a great job. Curtis comes in after Scherzer, and he's just been flashing his curveball. He's got like a nice 12-6 curveball,
Like a Karen check or not that good?
No, honestly, it is, dude. It's such
Wow.
a significant, sharp drop.
That's
And
awesome.
then you saw Drew Smith come in for an inning, 2 strikeouts. Robertson, same deal, inning with 2 Ks. And then Ottavino struck out the side.
back.
In the final inning. Again, if you use him correctly, you don't overuse him.
Right.
He's a phenomenal pitcher.
And,
So
and it's easier not to overuse it when you got more options like Curtis, other guys stepping up.
yeah, absolutely, dude. So you'll have to see that. Hopefully they continue to do that. And yeah, dude, we got a big game tonight, dude. David Peterson's on the mound, so you're almost second guessing yourself a little bit. Padres, I believe Ryan Weathers on the mound
it
for
is
the
Ryan
Padres. Very youthful starting pitcher here, only 23 years old, Michael. His first start was against the Diamondbacks. It was a 5-4 victory. The surprisingly good Diamondbacks so far. I think they're 7-3, maybe 7-4, something like that.
And they just who did
They beat the Dodgers.
Syndergaard they just beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his first outing against the Diamondbacks, 5 innings, we'll give it 5 hits, 2 earned runs, only 1 walk and 2 Ks. Again, rookie pitcher here. There's definitely gonna be some time for adjustment for him, but he keeps it simple. I think he just throws like fastball, changeup, and a slider. Again, predominantly using that fastball. Almost 50% of his pitch selection is his fastball, clocking in around 96. And then, he just uses changeup, sprinkles it in there, just to kind of, when you're sitting fastball, he throws changeup. And then if you're keying on the changeup, Michael, he'll mix in that slider.
Michael, how many innings have you watched this year?
0.
Come on. Tony hasn't had the game on one time or
No.
something? Really?
Actually, no. We've watched some at the bars.
Yeah, at the bars, yeah, but it's not, it's not the same. Honestly, I hate having the game on while I'm working. It's so it pisses me off.
Anyway, I'm gonna get
honestly.
to the comments because I was honestly falling asleep over here.
Michael,
I
was
thought you
just
were pumped for the
joking.
Yankees.
Honestly,
You're pumped for
dude,
golf. I mean, what's going on?
I'm
This
just
is
being
really sad.
comedy.
This is
I'm
really
trying to be
sad,
the comedic
dude.
relief over
That
here.
sounded like a Tony joke, though. Come
Oh,
on.
What the fuck
I'm
does
trying
that
to be Tony back here. So anyway, we got thanks, prefer. We will meet one day, Jay Bird. That kind of made me think like that everybody knows who he is, and I don't prefer.
I still think it's Mike.
For Mets go back-to-back dibblers on left side. You've never seen anything like it.
That's right.
Matthew said, Jaimon, happy birthday, brother man.
I love having to read. I love watching other people having to read Matthew's comments.
Lots of
honestly.
love, DTV. Love you, fam. Hi, Aunt. Did you tell the boys all the baking you did? Happy 2 days after Easter, fellas.
I did. They were partaking in
yes.
the rainbow cookies.
Renee
yesterday.
had
Oh,
20.
so good. So good.
Renee had 20.
You have more than me.
No,
Tomorrow I'm bringing in some of the beets, dude. You guys are gonna
Neapolitan cookie.
Mama, I saw Aunt cook a Neapolitan cookie.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
I didn't. Neapolitan cookie.
When
do you guys ever make Neapolitan, or is that kind of difficult? I wouldn't know. I was just wondering.
I have no idea how to make it, so I
You
don't
love
know.
it though, no?
Yeah, you would and definitely enjoy it.
Michael,
He
Neapolitan.
doesn't know what that
Neapolitan,
is,
let
dude.
me
He's not Italian.
You did the flaky like pastry thing. No, but
It's
not
when
a cookie. No, not the
don't
cookie.
you
though.
remember I brought the Neapolitan cake for Matt?
I don't know,
feel
dude.
like
There's
it's
too much
not-
Neapolitan. What is
it's
it? If
Napoleon-
it's-
flaky.
No, you're
It's
thinking
flaky.
Napoleon.
It's
No.
flaky.
I don't know, man.
Napoleon.
I don't
can't-
know.
Michael, I have to say, I'm
Napoleon.
disappointed that you don't know what this is.
Oh, I'm not even
honestly.
in here.
My mother says you mean rainbow cookie. But that's
Rainbow.
what prefer is referring to. Maybe I don't know. I never heard it referred to a Neapolitan cookie though. It's ridiculous.
You know what's interesting
Rainbow,
too, Tony? I was just
tricolor.
thinking about Ryan Weathers here. So he was the 7th pick in the 2018 draft, but in the minors has struggled mightily.
Really?
His ERA in the minors
Trust the
5.24 in 247 innings, including last year in 123 innings. His ERA was 6.73.
That's not good.
I don't know, if it's a command issue, but he allowed 163 hits in
I mean,
123 innings.
When
last
you
year.
really think about it,
Think about how many hits that is. though.
yeah, no, that is a lot. And
No,
again, like I looked at his start against the Diamondbacks. He pitched well, but I mean, I understand. I like a pitcher who keeps things simple, but I mean, when your fastball is clocking in at like 96, and
How are you letting up that many hits?
Yeah, but no, I'm saying, but like that's
spin rate.
Yeah, spin rate, and also like not having, I feel like a curveball or a cutter.
Right.
If he adds a fourth pitch to his arsenal, I think it looks a little differently. And using his fastball 50% of the time, I don't think is good because these batters are going to start keying on it, and some batters are used to seeing fastballs that go beyond 96. So
you know what pitch I'm out for? I've been playing a lot of this show the last couple of days. Is changeup. I never liked the changeup, but it is. I mean, it's so effective, low and away. Everyone's just swinging right.
Everyone's so ahead of it.
Yeah.
So tough.
But hitting, I feel like I have a little hot streak, and then awful, like just a lot of weak contact,
just like the
I
Yankees.
Just want to play the show for like the next 12 hours right now.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh, dude, that'd be sick. And then go a little PGA after dinner.
Oh my, we'll have a rematch soon.
Yeah, we really need it.
Don't you have the 21 that you could get a little practice in? Late night?
Yeah, I should, dude.
Just late night.
You know what it is, dude? Late night, dude. I'll be up till the morning. Okay,
stay up till the morning.
I may have to, dude. Right? Yeah. Honestly, you know what though? Tomorrow though, Pokemon Stadium on the Switch that has my attention.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Coming on the Switch tomorrow. Gotta check it out, dude. Maybe a little late night game.
Is Buffer your brother?
Dude. What?
Is Buffer your brother?
No.
Keep calling her mama.
Wait, but are you doing?
He says that a lot.
Are you doing Pokemon on the gaming corner?
Yeah, I would definitely like to. I'm gonna check again. It comes out tomorrow. I'm gonna check it out first. I think.
Oh, it's released tomorrow.
Yeah, released tomorrow on the Switch. And I think one thing where we failed when the James Bond came out was that like I didn't play it beforehand, so it was like just like 40 minutes to get used to the controls and the layout and shit. So
yeah,
definitely tomorrow in studio we'll be checking it out. Maybe Mike will play it too.
I'm
Sports Port, dude. What?
I'm playing first.
You're going like pre-practice?
Yeah, a little practice. Just a little.
No. I mean pre-rugby practice.
Oh, yeah, you got it, dude. I mean, I can't miss practice. I'm not like Jay.
Yeah. And what are you, 8 to 10 is your practice?
It's 7:30 to 9:30.
7:30 to 9:30. I got
so basically like 7 to 10, honestly.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see, Yankees and the Mets. These are some interesting games tonight. And also speaking of games and everything, Tony, you swept the building last night, undefeated on your picks. I was 0-3, so it is now 12-11 in my favor. So you make up 3 points there.
Going for that Gold Glove.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, sir, we do have a full slate tonight.
Yeah, I gave Michael my picks, dude.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. They're written down over there on the index card.
Yeah.
If you did, then read them off right now off the top of your head.
He's got them.
I have.
No. I want you. If you should remember them.
No. That's not.
I want to test him. I
wrote them down specifically so I didn't have to fucking remember them.
I want to test them.
All right, hold on. Let me look at the slate at least tonight.
April 11, 2023 picks.
That's today.
Yeah, he wrote it down.
No, I know he did, but I want to see if he remembers.
All right. Let's see if I remember, okay?
I would think you would like this, Michael.
Can
we get the Jeopardy or something like going?
I want to say. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, this is today's games here. Tuesday. I'm pretty sure I took. Oh, did I take the Braves? I don't think I did take the Braves. I took the Rangers.
You didn't take the Mets?
No. I took the Rangers. I took the Angels. And then I think I want to say I threw down the Diamondbacks.
The Rangers, the Angels, and the Diamondbacks.
Is that correct?
Can you concur, Michael?
3 teams,
he
right?
Picked the Angels, then the Rangers, then followed up with the Diamondbacks.
There we go.
That is impressive stuff. And I have to say the index card, because you brought that out yesterday, seems like it's a new theme for you, Tony.
Well, honestly, dude, like I was thinking about it too yesterday, and really over the weekend. And honestly, just how impressive we've been doing on the sports port. And I just I think we can incorporate some more stats and shit.
Yeah.
And I think like just anything I see or like do some research, just write it down. Because sports guys, they love their stats.
And speaking of stats, one that is unbelievable, and it's just like the Yankee curse or something. But Andrew Heaney last night, 9 consecutive strikeouts, tying the American League record.
And he was honestly, I thought he was getting a little roughed up when he first started.
His first start, he got roughed up, but of course he faced the Royals last night. So I did insert him in my fantasy lineup, knowing that he would have a lot better effort.
Wow, dude. Texas, watch out, dude.
But I don't know what, like, is it as simple like with Heaney? Because I mean, he's been around a while now. Overall, the numbers are terrible, but he has these spurts where he's unbelievable. I mean, is it just him taking advantage of weak hitters and inexperienced hitters?
Yeah, I think he's just happier not in a Yankee uniform.
No, but Tony, I'm saying he got absolutely shellacked to start before. He goes up against Kansas City, who's now 3-8. I'm just saying, is it not a coincidence?
No, it seems like a coincidence, honestly, if you ask me. Because he's really not that great of a pitcher. I mean, I don't know. Even when he was with the Angels, it was like,
And I mean, and I have too, like you give him a playoff start. I mean, he's not going to make it out of the third inning.
He folds like a cheap suit.
But yet there's all these like analytic projections and everything and just a lot of people like his stuff. But Tony, I mean, he's pitched 714 innings in the big leagues. He's given up 772 hits, and his career ERA is 4.6. But yeah, everybody loves him. 31 years old. I just don't.
Does
see
everyone
it.
really love him though?
Supposedly, that's why the Yankees got him in the first place.
Clubhouse guy?
The analytic, they just think because of his stuff.
What does he have? What does he even throw? That's like
I guess
so
his
ridiculous.
fastball. I kind of want to actually go Andrew Heaney fan graphs.
Oh, we're going deep.
Doesn't it seem like already, just because obviously, I mean, we're approaching 500 episodes here, but that it was so long ago that I was, on a daily basis, like just like ranting about Heaney and the Yankees. And
that was
season
season one of the sports.
Yeah.
Season
right?
1, yeah.
I didn't know we had seasons, dude.
We don't, but I categorize.
I
categorize.
guess my question to you, Michael, then, when did season 3 start?
This year.
No, but this year meaning
Like
January
2023,
1?
January.
No, so I look at it like
Or baseball season.
Fall.
Oh, fall. Okay.
Wait,
right.
no. So October.
Oh, every baseball season's a new season. How about that?
No. I'm trying to just think.
No. I'm thinking about it though. Not to
School year,
interrupt,
basically like the school year.
But I know that I came
Not to
in
interrupt.
right after baseball was over because we were talking about the NBA season starting. I remember
Okay.
I was sitting right next to your
Oh,
seat
man.
over there.
Yeah.
Those were dark
With
times.
Cosner.
yeah.
Yeah, it was that long ago.
Cosner, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I was
Yeah.
there for that. What the hell?
No,
No, I
Barnes
don't
was
know
before
you
you.
were. You were. I remember one time I came in and you're just sitting here. I'm like, who's
Who the
that
fuck
guy?
is this guy?
Wow, dude.
Come on, Tony.
Anyway,
dude, hold on real quick. Comment on that because I tripped down memory lane.
Coming on who?
Barnes.
Oh,
To
okay.
trip down memory lane.
You take a trip?
I saw one of the early. I think the first episode ever that Barnes was on.
But like when I was sitting there?
No, over
Okay.
there.
When you hosted the
Okay.
first one.
No. Not that
Oh,
he
no.
hosted. I'm talking about first ever being on. Matt hosted.
Okay.
That is comedy. And I think JPO was there.
JP
Or
No, I never met
or
JPO.
Gino.
I never met
Gino.
JPO either.
Gino was there. Gino was
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
It was
I never
Gino,
met
Matt,
JPO. When did I meet JPO?
Oh, no, but you know who was here too was
PJ.
PJ. Yeah.
DJ PJ.
DJ PJ. Isn't that something though?
That's something. That was season 1 of the sports port.
Yeah. And
That's
I'm
crazy,
looking
dude.
at this breakdown here, Tony. So Heaney's velocity, only 2 starts this year, but he's actually down a little over a mile per hour. But last year his fastball topped out at 93. He's at 91.8
Yeah,
this
what's
year.
the deal, bro?
He throws his fastball 53.7% of the time.
Despicable.
Slider at 82 miles an hour, 34%, and then he features a changeup as
movie?
well. So I guess he's a 3-pitch pitcher.
Keep it simple, I guess.
I
Keep it
guess
as
it
simple,
must
I
be the
guess.
spin though. It's
Yeah.
got to be the spin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You never know how that fastball could rise on you or something like that.
But first stats, I've been listening to DTV for 2.5 years.
I believe it, I guess.
But I mean, did he take a year off in between? Like
He's always
combined?
watching, dude.
Bro,
Don't you know?
Like, prefer. Can you just elaborate on what these hiatuses? Like, what are you doing? Is it like Aaron Rodgers in the dark chamber? Like, what are you actually doing?
Speaking of
during
Aaron
these times?
Rodgers, what's
I know. I was talking about that.
This is a baseball segment.
Yeah, good call.
Oh wow. Okay,
wow,
dude.
Wow,
No,
wow,
no,
wow.
I understand that. Yeah.
I'll understand. I'll understand
but-
that. Yeah.
But before
I
I give my picks, Tony, I have to.
Rangers.
Are you able to give me like a breakdown of like why you picked your teams here?
All right. Well, I mean, it's pretty simple stuff. Keeping it simple here, as Andrew Heaney would say. I mean, you look at the Diamondbacks. Again,
Michael,
like
you
that
say
one.
No,
What?
yeah, no, go ahead. The
Would you say
Diamondbacks.
that?
Are you fucking kidding me, guys?
Is he on the Diamondbacks?
No,
Andrew Heaney? No. But I'll tell you who is. Mitch Kelly, dude.
You mean Merrill Kelly?
Merrill Kelly, sorry.
Yeah.
Mitch Marner is who I was thinking of, dude. Toronto Maple Leafs.
Michael
get the hockey, dude.
Bunting.
Pretty crazy stuff last night by Toronto. Anyway, dude. So Kelly here on the mound, I think after his first start, you got into some trouble here, maybe a little bit more runs than he should have, left a few breaking balls in the middle of the plate. But we know Kelly is good, and the Diamondbacks have been hitting pretty decently, I think. I think against the Brewers, against someone like Corbin Burns, who we've seen kind of implode a little bit against the Mets, maybe thinking, bounce back, Diamondbacks, they suck, but maybe getting into some trouble, overthinking, overlooking. So Diamondbacks, slight, minus 130 here. I think can kind of, squeeze one out here at Chase Field. And again, you look at the Angels at home against the Nationals. I mean, it's the Nationals. Ohtani is pitching for the Angels. Him and Trout have been having some decent seasons, start of it anyway. And then I believe it's Josiah Gray,
Yes.
right? That's right, Michael. Josiah Gray. And Barnes have been shading who's our boy, dude?
Corbin.
Patrick Corbin.
Not
dude.
Corbin Burns.
Not Corbin
Patrick
Burns. But Patrick Corbin, I guess you could shade Gray a little bit too. 0-2 in the start of the season here. The Nationals are dead in the water. So, give me the Angels all damn day. Heavy favorites. And then the other pick I had was the Rangers. Jacob deGrom against Jordan Lyles. I think someone who's been kind of disappointing. I think many fans against Kansas City. Again, maybe they have a few hitters in their lineup, but their bullpen is terrible. The Rangers, deGrom has picked it up from his first start too, even though he got the win in that start. Nonetheless, though, I think that's pretty surefire 3-0 night for Tony.
Wow.
That's right, Michael. You curl your eyebrows.
And I know I'm kind of backtracking here, Tony, because you didn't mention the Mets or pick them or anything, but I was just thinking about how you had Vogelback start last night at DH, Nito a catcher,
no Alvarez.
Buck, and I've heard this from a lot of people that he's just so he just loves the veterans so much more than the young guys. And I just feel like with Alvarez and I know Volpe, for instance, right now he's hitting 125, but you got to let them take their bumps and bruises. And I feel like Alvarez, play him a game, sit him for 2 plays, just play him 5 days in a row. I think that's the wrong way to go.
I don't know. I don't know if Buck is, because again, maybe he's thinking about protecting Alvarez in the sense where he would have had to face someone like Yu Darvish. Although I think maybe it would have been a good learning experience for him because it looks like Darvish had a little bit of an off night for sure.
Right.
But
so
I could
imagine he got a hit of him.
Yeah, imagine he got a hit. I know, dude. But hopefully maybe we start him tonight, dude. Because Vogelback, I think he had 1 for 4 last night, whatever.
But just release him.
And then you want to release Vogelback? Really?
You wouldn't be in favor?
No, come on, man. Look, I was talking about the work he's been putting in the offseason. Give him a little bit of a chance, dude. Just
why he's struggling right now?
No, he's not struggling. He's not doing great, but it's not like he hasn't had a hit.
He's struggling.
Yes.
And it's the other thing is with
He's
him,
not
he's a
struggling.
fan favorite.
That's ridiculous. He's
Fan favorite. That's the only reason why he's on the team.
He's a great fucking guy.
That's why you guys don't win. You guys have great guys.
We won last night, dude.
Yeah, I'm talking about in terms of 35 years.
But yeah, I don't know. If I was a Mets fan and I was looking at the lineup and Alvarez played 1 game and then he's on the bench and Vogelback's in the lineup and Nito's starting, I would really be pissed.
Honestly, I think at this point, given the fact what you saw from Nito last night too, just put Alvarez in at catcher.
Yeah. If he makes mistakes,
put him in there, dude.
He's gonna make
put him
mistakes.
in there, dude. It's the start of the season. Who gives a shit? Just at this point, put him in there. Who cares what people like Michael and Barnes have to say if the Mets lose? You guys are getting experience for Alvarez.
Yeah. And like I said, I think Volpe might be hitting 125. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you know what honestly pisses me off a little bit about Buck? Just the way he tiptoes around some of the media sometimes.
Right.
I understand. I'm sure, things are a little bit different when, behind closed doors and stuff, but I think he should just be more honest with what he's seeing out on the field. He always has a little bit of an excuse, even for when Scherzer, didn't start. His first start, he gets popped. Even Peterson too. It's just call like it is sometimes. Same thing with if
Boone.
Yeah, really.
Thing.
But it's like someone asks you, are you going to start Alvarez? He's like, well, you know what? Given the fact that Nito having some rough play by the plate, maybe we'll start Alvarez tonight.
Yeah,
like
it's a dog and pony show.
Yeah. I kind of hate that. I understand it's like protect your players. Who gives a shit what you say to the media? You can talk to them behind closed doors, but still, I mean, it puts your fans at ease.
And I feel like you can be
it's all
honest,
about Michael,
but be respectful at the same time. Like you could say, he's really been struggling, but we know the type of player he is. He's going to be just fine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine. The player's not going to get mad at that.
Well, they might.
But so I already kind of thought, gave you my thoughts here about what I want to see, but just kind of coming back to the Yankees Guardians here, the 6-10 matchup, Cole versus Gaddis. Let's get off to a good start. Obviously being on the road here, we get to swing the bats first. And we'll see what type of lineup they put out there, but obviously more times than not, you got LeMahieu at the top and Judge followed by Rizzo and Stanton. You want to see, at least just one run. Obviously it would be nice to put a 4 spot on the board, but if we could at least get one, I think DJ after resting yesterday just had that pinch hitting, spot there late in the game. Just lead off with a single. Judge double down the line, maybe Stanton falls with another double of his own. Let's get on the board early. I think Cole, I could easily see him going 6 1/3, 10 strikeouts, maybe 5 hits, no walks, and no earned runs again. I think he's that dialed in, and I think against a weak hitting Cleveland Guardian team, he'll be able to really dominate this lineup. Hand it over to your bullpen. I know Loizaga just went on the injured list. You got other guys ready to step up, and Clay Holmes has looked good after a shaky first appearance. And I think what will happen here is you're going to get a Yankee 5-2 victory, and Holmes will pick up, I believe it would be his 4th save of the season. And he'll continue, that heavy sinker riding down and in. I think he's going to have another great appearance and a great year for the Yankees. You look at his body of work last year after he took over for Aroldis Chapman, really did, an outstanding job. And I think not enough credit is given to Matt Blake. We've seen it time and time again. And Colton Brewer yesterday, picked up off the scrap heave, giving them 3 scoreless innings. I think that's another example of him working with his pitchers. You look at Albert Abreu, has really performed with the Yankees. He goes elsewhere, the performance dips. So I think, a lot of credit has to be given to him, as well as with Garrett Cole. We saw him struggle with the home run ball. No, he's only had a couple starts so far this year, but he's pitched well, of course. So you love to see that. For my second pick here, we got a nice Dodger-Giant matchup. Dustin May versus Alex Wood. We've talked about both pitchers recently, but May, you could see in the early going, he's back from that injury he had, and he's ready to put in a full season here. And he's a guy, and I think I said this in our season preview, that could be a dark horse to win the National League Cy Young. The stuff is there. He's only 25 years old. And I really think he's going to be a catalyst in this Dodger rotation, and even might outpitch his teammate Julio Urias this year. But we'll see. But I'm forecasting against a weak hitting Giants team. And I know sporadically, they've gone on runs where they score a lot of runs, but not against Dustin May. So I think he's going to give them 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, 4 hits, 1 walk, 1 earned run. The Dodgers bats will get going. Freddie Freeman, 4 for 5 with a homer, a double, 4 RBIs, and the Dodgers are going to defeat the Giants 7-2 for my second pick. And third and final, they disappointed me last night. I really didn't think they were going to blow it, but the Mariners are only 4-7. After that great year last year, finally making it back to the playoffs. They got Chris Flexen pitching against former Yankee farmhand Hayden Wesneski, who came over in the Scott Efros deal. Obviously, Efros recovering from Tommy John at the moment. But Wesneski has good stuff, limited action, 5.79 ERA this year. But I just think the Mariners are due to have a really sound offensive game. Easily should have beaten the Cubs yesterday, and I think they'll do that here. Flexen, nothing crazy, but give him 6 innings, 2 earned, 5 strikeouts. And I think Julio Rodriguez, 2 homers. Ty France hits for the cycle. And the Mariners are going to defeat the Cubs here. Let's say 10-3, really sticking it to the Cubs. And I think Julio Rodriguez. Oh, I thought that was a bite you were playing, Michael, I have to say.
Gotcha.
Barnes is itching for the bites.
Gotcha, buddy. And then really before we switch gears here, we're actually going to get Michael in the mix. But
Final,
not about
let's
this
go, baby.
question.
Oh.
Not about this question, but the Rays, Tony, 10-0. Any thoughts?
Yeah.
Weak schedule though.
I guess they
A's, Red Sox.
Red Sox, yeah, but I mean, still, I think they're the first team since the '87 Brewers or something like
Been
that.
a long time. Yep.
So a long time to start 10-0 and tight game last night. Brendan Lau, I think, had the late solo shot.
1-0 victory.
Yeah, dude. So it was a tight game. I think maybe some nerves for the Rays there against a team like the Red Sox, but the Red Sox have a couple good players, so you never know. And like you were saying too, the Rays, I mean, you don't really expect that level of play out of them to start the season, let alone really expect them to do much in the postseason, Michael. You right over there, dude?
Yeah. What's wrong?
What do you think of the Rays 10-0? I mean, pretty impressive feat, right?
I know what he's gonna say. You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Wait till the playoffs. They're gonna do absolutely nothing.
I don't know, dude. They've
As
had a
usual.
few teams' numbers before in the past.
They've had the
How many
Yankees number.
championships have they won?
None.
None.
Exactly.
That's okay, though. You never know.
We know.
We know.
It's the Yankee
dude.
season.
No, but honestly, Tony, I do think they are, vastly improved from last
Yeah.
season. And the interesting part is they're doing it a different way. We saw for years they're messing around with the openers, the Ryan Yarboroughs of the world. And now, they have a full pitching staff. Which is pretty crazy. We saw what McClanahan did last season. And then, in the offseason, who was it that they brought over? I gotta actually pull this up. This is bothering me. But we haven't seen them go 5 deep with the starters in a long time. And then I think a big key is Wander Franco. If he stays healthy, there's talk, maybe
Contract.
a 40 home run season. But it was Eflin from the Phillies. He looks great. All these pitchers coming over to the Rays, it's like the Matt Blake effect. They're doing well. You think about when Glasnow comes back, he can join McClanahan, Springs, Rasmussen, and Eflin.
And if he stays healthy too, I mean, that's huge for them.
Yeah, absolutely. But offensively, I mean, we know Wander and Arozarena are the big catalysts of this offense. Yandy Diaz, kind of underrated. Lau is taking a step back after having that big year a few years back. Paredes, we know about the power, struggles with the contact. Got Harold Ramirez as well. I mean, can you score enough with that offense, or do you think they're a team that's going to look to add a hitter or two before the trade deadline?
I think they could, especially if they do run into some of the injury bug. But again, I mean, Arozarena, Wander Franco, those two guys stay healthy. You have a decent 1-2 core right there. And you mentioned Lau having a step back. Perhaps it could be a little bit of a resurgent year for him. Kind of having the hype around the team, like you mentioned, kind of having a solidified starting pitcher set. I mean, I think kind of goes a long way in terms of just, mental game, momentum. If a lineup feels they have a good pitcher on their side, I feel like they're, I don't know, maybe even more inclined to kind of dial it in at the plate and everything. And again, we've seen teams kind of, again, use that momentum from defense to offense. So, you could see maybe some batters step up. But I wouldn't be surprised if they look for a bat, I mean, I think there's some teams honestly, even taking a guy from the Red Sox at the trade deadline or even Detroit, teams who are struggling that have 1 or 2 good pieces. I can see them going for something.
Javi Baez?
Dude.
Watch. I can see him doing well for the Rays, though.
Yeah, so can I.
Fired up.
Tampa Bay. I mean,
Right.
he's in Detroit. Dude, what type of – I guess that's surrounded by anything that's good
And
over
it's
in
crazy.
Detroit.
That ballpark, maybe is 20 years old. And, I mean, since day one, it's been so eerie and just non-nostalgic.
Yeah.
America.
Oh, my God. It's disgusting.
Yeah. I'd almost
Sad.
rather go to the Rays stadium.
Yeah,
honestly.
I definitely would.
And I feel like we quickly forget, I was mentioning Lau, last year only hit 221 in 65 games, but 2021, he was a 39 and 99 guy.
That's ridiculous.
Very early on, obviously, but he has an 1135 OPS, 3 home runs in 8 games so far. So that would be, a welcomed addition, to adding to Arozarena and Wander Franco. So it's just going to be interesting to see once they have the tough matchups. I mean, they definitely have had the easiest schedule so far. But, and it's just interesting, too, what Wander Franco is going to do. He's hitting 317, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs, over 1,000 OPS, and he's only 22 years old.
Ridiculous.
He played 70 games in 2021, 83 games last year. So he really could be in for a big year. And they were actually talking a lot about the Rays. I think it was last week on MLB Tonight. Boy, is that a good program on MLB Network?
Love MLB Tonight.
You know Plesac or?
I mean, I've seen him around the office. I've never met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I just think they do, an outstanding job. And it's almost, especially like if the Yankees aren't on versus me kind of settling on one game, with like the MLB package. I think I like just watching that. It's like the red zone of baseball.
Yeah. No, I mean, I totally agree. Again, like their breakdowns are really second to none. They have great segments there. Harold is great, even when you got Bill Ripken in there too.
Yeah, Billy Boy.
Just so entertaining, so energetic, so smart. Again, like their breakdowns, their knowledge, even their like you dive deep into some of their predictions too. I mean, they call shit out at the beginning of the season that really kind of comes true. So it's pretty sweet. You have a well of knowledge, dude.
I forgot who it was, but somebody last year predicted that Albert Pujols would hit the 700 home run against the Dodgers.
Really?
How insane is that?
That is insane. They know their baseball,
the season.
Anyway, in there sometimes
my
too.
turn. Buffer has a comment. My tonight's picks: San Francisco Giants, Cleveland, and Chicago Cubs. Your mother Mary comes in. Hi, Buffer. Where do you live? And then she follows that up with, "What exams are you studying for?"
And with that being said, let's go to the world of the National Basketball Association.
Finally.
She asked what exam?
The Bulls got LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the three, and the Lakers win the game.
All right. Michael, I just felt like it was time to get you in the mix.
Get me in the mix.
We do have some playing games tonight
I already know
and
who's
tomorrow. So we got a doubleheader on TNT. First game, you got the Hawks and the Heat. Obviously, winner of that game will get the 7 seed in the Eastern Conference. Hawks, like they have been the last couple of years, just hovering around that 500 line, literally 41-41 here. And the Heat, 44-38, 27-14 at home. You see, Udonis Haslem had 3 3-pointers in his last game.
He has 9 total in his NBA career. That's not a joke.
He can still, no, I know he can still play. That's
no, dude. They're gonna blow out Atlanta. They're going on a run. That was the juice they needed, Barnes.
They're
going to the finals.
You love it. Does it start with Riley? Do you feel like he set the culture?
You got it.
Yeah, former Knick coach,
Laker
coach,
dude, legend.
Yeah,
dude, got LeBron down there. Like he's OG. He's like the godfather of the NBA.
No, but what about too when he was front office? Said Stan Van, see you later, and then when they win the championship.
Isn't that one of the best?
Yeah.
Like that must be one of the best championships ever.
No, I really enjoyed watching those Heat teams.
Yeah, me
Shaq,
too.
D Wade. And
me
that
too.
that was like D Wade was just, I mean, he was still good after that, but that
it was
D-Wade,
like Jordan almost.
where every night you had to watch him, the highlights, the crazy layups behind the backboard.
Yeah.
And it was amazing too, because that was before this emphasis on 3-point shooting, and he wasn't shooting any. It didn't matter.
I know. I love it.
And I just don't know if we'll ever see that again.
We will.
Jason Capono, Michael.
Dude.
I know you know Capono.
Of course, dude.
But
3-point champ.
So you really think? I mean, Miami 4.5-point favorites here. I mean, you think this is just like a
slaughter,
complete bloodbath?
I mean, Udonis just showed the Miami Heat, like other players, like the Young Bucks, like let's go.
Yeah,
it's playoff time. Jimmy knows that. He's a great leader. They're hyped. I'm excited for the next game though. Like,
wait, before I just actually wanted to get your opinion on this. What's up with the Hawks though? I mean, they fired their coach, they bring in DeJounte Murray, and yet they're the same. I mean, what's holding them back?
Why would they bring in DeJounte Murray? It's so stupid.
You don't think he's good?
I love him, but not.
With
he's a point guard,
right. So you think that's the problem right there, that they have 2 point guards and no shooting guard. But also, is he, I don't know, overrated or inefficient?
I don't know. It's funny. Your boy Colin Cowherd compared Luka to Carmelo.
Interesting. Well, he's just talking about like playoffs, obviously.
Career-wise.
Yeah.
early success, not in shape, you know.
You think
Great
he's that
scorer.
chunky, Luka?
Luka, I just think he could be in a lot like better
But it
shape.
is odd too, because he's obviously he's played in Europe. Usually, you know what I mean. You would think that work ethic.
He
that-
must get fucking hammered.
You really
and
think
have
that's
a
what it is?
dude? Yeah.
And he's eating McDonald's.
Oh
and-
yeah,
interesting. And then,
interesting. It's like Luka Doncic.
but will Trey Young will he ever lead a team to a championship?
It might be like a finals type of thing, you know, where they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mhm. Not this year.
Like almost like AI, but
Mhm.
like a bootleg AI where he doesn't get to the finals.
Gotcha.
Makes a nice run.
Is it because he's not efficient though? Is that the problem?
He could be like Steph, dude. He's just not going to be on a
Shot
team like that.
33% from three this year, 38%.
But imagine this. Imagine if there's a Klay Thompson on his team and a Draymond, and he's around like a good stat, dude. He's gonna light it up.
Yeah, it would
He's
be like
gonna-
how Andrew
college.
Wiggins when he came to Golden
It's
State.
gonna be
like
college.
that.
Remember when he was doing 30 and 20 games, 20 and
Yeah.
20 games,
Yeah.
20 assist games? It'll
He
be like that.
was. He was.
It would be just like that. But I really just Miami dub I'm calling
And
it.
you think they're gonna beat Boston?
You know what's funny? I have a feeling Boston's gonna sink, and I think Jaylen Brown's going to Houston.
Wow,
Calling it now.
that would be something.
Calling it now.
Wow.
Houston Rockets owner, I forgot his name right now, basically did the same thing with James Harden, where James Harden,
Tillman Fertitta,
yeah, he
Landry Foods. How about that golden nugget, Michael? I'm just saying. You asked for it. I told you.
no, it's impressive. He did the same thing for Harden, and I hear rumblings that Jaylen Brown is not happy in Boston.
Wow, especially after a first round exit.
Imagine
that would be interesting. So
next game's big though.
Next game, obviously the Lakers, the T-Wolves, and the T-Wolves without Rudy. And I'm not. What's Kyle Anderson and McDaniels? Are they playing? Or are you not really sure about that one?
Will be without Ford, Jay McDaniels, who fractured his right hand, punching the. Did you see him? He punched the wall.
Yep.
So
Yep.
he's out.
I'm looking at the injury report here. It doesn't list Anderson on the injury report. So I guess with the broken face, he's going to play. But also
Broken
Towns
face?
and Noel aren't going to play either.
Where do you see the chart? I can't. Find
If
it.
you just go to the game preview, it has the injuries.
See,
Lakers giving an 87% chance to win, 8.5-point favorites.
I can't see who's playing, but that's all right. That's tough. If Towns isn't playing, they're obviously going to win. Like what?
And
Unless
he was-
Anthony Edwards just goes, dude. That for us, I'm just saying. If Anthony Edwards,
it's question. He says he's questionable.
if Edwards has a
Towns.
Jordan
Mm-hmm.
versus Boston, 60-point game win. I'm telling you, his rookie cards that we have are going to skyrocket.
And it's one of these things that I know you've said this before, talking about other people. His time will come. But
You
it's
just don't
not
want it right now. Yeah, I know you don't. I know you really don't want. Because, dude, you know what's scary? Who's gonna guard him on that team?
Yeah.
Like, if he really was going off, he's really doing his thing. He's awesome. Who's gonna guard him?
Yeah. But I
And
think it's one of those
Sharon's
things.
here. Sharon.
He could do what he
The owner of the
wants,
building.
but who's going to guard LeBron, AD, D'Angelo Russell? I mean, there's a lot of, Malik Beasley, who was on the Timberwolves, ironically enough. There's a lot of people for them to have to guard. So I think they honestly will blow them out. And I think the reason too, besides guys being out, I think the chemistry has to be completely out of whack. Anytime, you have fights between teammates, that's of course going to divide the locker room. So I just really think that the Timberwolves don't have a shot. The Lakers obviously playing their best basketball here, 8-2 to finish the season that they started 3-10, and they end up with 43 wins, which I thought was pretty impressive from where they started. So be interesting to see if we have some good competitive games tonight, or if they get out of hand. You really could see it going either way, specifically for that Miami and Atlanta game. You talk about two inconsistent teams. Tomorrow, though, we'll definitely talk about, we got Bulls, Raptors, and Pelicans and Thunders. Those are the 9th and 10th place games for the Eastern and Western Conference specifically. One last question here for you, Michael. I was just thinking about with the Pelicans. What's up with Zion? Is he ever going to get it together?
Dude,
Is he a closet eater? Is that the problem?
No, you mean like where he like goes home and
yeah.
just stuffs it?
Yeah.
I told you this from what?
I would be.
If you were him.
Yeah.
No, listen to me.
He's collecting the paycheck, not even playing.
You got to fix that a little bit. Sorry.
How's that?
That's good.
Collecting paycheck, not even playing, dude.
Hold on. Your mom said, is that the way you pronounce that name, Mike? Which name do you think she's talking about?
I'm not sure.
Huh?
Maybe Gobert.
Gobert. If it's Gobert, then yes. But DTV Indigo has been on for 2 years. No, if you check our bio Indigo on YouTube, it's 2018. Dude, Zion, man. So this is my theory from day one. Did you see when he got drafted to the Pelicans? He literally, Tony, gave the sigh look.
Yeah, he did.
Like
He was
You're
in the
not-
crowd when they won the draft lottery.
Just
I was
disappointment or
watching it
relief?
live.
Yes, dude.
Yes.
Not only when he got when he
but
got,
any when he actually
when
got
they
drafted.
when they got in exactly that was actually the look though, the first one. You're right.
Yeah.
The draft lottery pick for
He's
him.
expecting to be a Knick.
Yes, dude. Everybody's thinking the Knicks are getting the first overall pick.
Oh,
Zion's
no,
gonna come
dude.
there, and dude, it's they announced.
He's tight.
And you just see him, and he's like, he gets up, and he's like waddling over, and dude, it was over from that moment on.
I mean, not for nothing. Shouldn't he just be happy anyway?
Hard on.
Bless you.
No,
Tony.
it's James
Thank you.
Harden. But like he's just not like the best person, so we call him hard on.
Michael does.
I
do not.
Yes, you do.
Over
Uh,
under 50 games for Zion next year.
Under.
If he's a Knick, if over.
Pelicans.
Dude, no, you know what's gonna happen?
What is he? If he's
Watch
Pelicans,
what's
though?
gonna happen.
Under?
Watch. No, under. For the rest of his career.
What's gonna
Um,
happen?
They're gonna trade Randall for him. Watch. Blow up, first round,
4 picks.
pissed off, turnover. Julius is all tight. I hate New York. Finger up at the city.
Would you go Randall 4 picks in Obi? And that's it.
No.
No, that's it. Sorry, you're not getting them then. Prices have went up.
He said, "Oh, he throws in Obi last second and then gives the no,
Like
you're
a
done."
Brian Gutekunst. for
Real
the
quick,
Packers.
Prefer tells your mom that he lives in Brooklyn. I'm old school Saturday Night Fever, Flatbush, Brooklyn. Jesus. Wow, I hung out at 2001 Odyssey. Looks like Prefer and your mom are going to become friends. Before we become friends.
you.
How is it
Oh,
me?
and
I'm
I
kidding, I'm
actually,
kidding, I'm kidding.
I actually do
Look at
have
the
some breaking news.
Finally,
Do it.
there's something here that's breaking.
Yeah, your fucking face will be next, baby.
My sister Stacy
No.
and
Yeah.
her husband Michael have welcomed another baby boy.
Wow.
Dominic is his name, and I am about to meet him at the conclusion of this show. Gonna do a
That's awesome.
FaceTime with them. So really looking forward to that, and very happy to welcome another addition to the family
Congrats to the Barnaby family.
Yes.
And Uncle Brian.
Yes.
in the Ross family.
Your time, Uncle.
In the
I love
Ross family.
Yes.
Yes, in the
Yes.
Ross.
So that is good stuff, and I think that's a good way.
Yeah,
honestly, to conclude today.
Yeah. So guys, be on the lookout. Merch, www.downtimetv.com. Mary says, congratulations. 3 exclamation points. Uncle Brian ×2.
Is the middle name Brian? What do we got?
Merch. Be on the lookout for Mighty Morphin Power Plumbers trailer today. And we will see you.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content.